look and see, it's not just me. So many others have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. They call us problem child. We spent our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. Let me get wild. Yeah.
Oof.
Ooh, that was having to hear that twice, chat. I love this song, by the way. It's a song by Skid Row. It's called Youth Gone Wild. He absolutely, I'm not even gonna censor it, fucking rate this song. He legit destroyed the song. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, it was not good. That's for sure. But Jericho considers himself to be a great singer, but yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. But on that note, welcome to another edition of Pin Down on Saturday. It's me and Trey doing this by ourselves today. Cream's on assignment for what? We have no idea.
No idea, but yeah.
Maybe he's getting his boosie bleached. We really do not know. But anyways, let's see what we got in chat. We got Gravy D. What up, Gravy?
What up, Gravy?
Here.
How's it going, man?
So, with that being said, I think we should just get into it, Trey. What do you think?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right.
We got on docket this week.
Let me get the article pulled up because I'm having my computer's running really slow for some reason.
I'll just really quick. Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné got another title, guys. She's Sasha 9 belts now.
Yeah, that's oh boy.
Yeah, bravo, Tony.
Bravo, indeed.
And we talked about this behind the scenes. That she's not even gonna be. We don't even know those title names. You have to Google that shit.
Yeah, you don't
you don't even know.
Yeah, you don't even know the promotions. Like I said, she's like CMLL and like stuff like that, and it's just like, good lord! Like you have to Google it. The only championship that I know that she has is CMLL and the Rev Pro. Everything else, I couldn't freaking tell you what champion.
Outside of the Owen Hart, for some reason, she's still carrying the Owen Hart tournament title. Why? The Owen Hart tournament's over, and that's like more of a ceremonial title. It's not a title you just be carrying around.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, but speaking about people who are former champions and wish they can be champions again, apparently so, but maybe I don't know. There is a significant interest in Chris Jericho to return to WWE when his AEW contract comes up, with several in WWE, including active wrestlers, wanting him to return. A source expects a deal WWE to be complete when his AEW contract finishes up, and this comes from WrestleVotes Radio. Now, that's part one. Now, let me get the other article up because Dave Meltzer had something to say about it too. Of course, good old Dave Meltzer. Fuck. Yes, good old Davey. Good old Dave.
Dave, who also said you should basically try to cancel Brock Lesnar, by the way.
And takes your money and thinks he's a freaking genius. That's also Mr. Dave Meltzer. There are those in AEW that believe that Chris Jericho is not going to be back and will start in WWE as soon as the Royal Rumble as a surprise entrant. Now, here's my thing. Jericho's contract's not up until 2026, so his deal's still going through.
I thought it was through 2025.
Right. So he's still under contract. But the thing is with me, I don't think he's leaving. And I know WWE's posted some, tease some stuff on the Vault channel. They uploaded Chris Jericho versus John Cena from 2005. They've uploaded the match against him and Roman Reigns from like 2017, I think it was, or 16, whatever. It was when Roman was the big dog crap.
Yeah, and Jericho was he with Owens at the time?
Yeah.
So yeah, it probably was 2016, 17. It was
somewhere around that time period, right?
Gimmick. This is when you had the list gimmick.
Yeah. They've uploaded matches like that. Then AEW, they've taken away the Learning Tree title from Big Bill and Brian. What was his last name?
I don't remember.
You know what I'm talking about, though. The black dude who's trying to be like
fair, he hasn't been on TV in like months. I don't. Isn't he like on Collision at this point? He's a Collision merchant.
I think they are. I've not seen him on Dynamite since they had that tag match, like that was months ago. I think it was against the Hurt Business, I believe. I could be wrong, but
Hurt Business. So. Yeah, it was a Hurt Business.
But here's my thing with Jericho. I don't think he's really leaving. I think he's going to use this as a leverage ploy with WWE and Tony Khan to get more money. Now, if you believe the rumors, right? So I don't have to discuss people's personal finances, but it's been rumored. Dave doesn't give a fuck, so whatever he tries to report, whoever tries to report in the dirt sheets are going to do it. But right now, rumoredly, Jericho's making $6 million since he's been in AEW, and Jericho's been there since 2019.
2019. Pretty much since the start of it,
Right, the whole beginning of it. So if he is making $6 million, good for him. I don't really care how much people make. That's not my business. But my point being is, if he's making $6 now in AEW, WWE may be offering him maybe a little bit more. Maybe they're going to offer him $8. Maybe they'll offer him maybe $10. Now, I think that he's going to use both companies as a leverage ploy to get more money, like I said. But I'm thinking he's trying to play Tony, honestly, to get more money, because I think Jericho knows he's smart enough to know that he can probably get maybe what's unrealistic number, Trey? You think that Tony would give him 15 million?
15, 20, even 20 maybe.
Just to keep him, say we still have Chris Jericho, right?
I'm gonna be real. If I'm Tony, I don't think it's worth it, dude. Just let Jericho go. He's making your company. But here's the problem. I don't want him in WWE either. This is my real opinion, chat. I'm a Jericho guy. I've always loved Jericho. He's one of my favorites of all time. I don't want him in WWE in 2025. Ever since this whole thing started, me and Tyler and Kareem and everybody have been trying to figure out what do you do with him? Who do you put him against?
And be real.
I don't want to see Cody.
No. And we'll get to that. But my thing is, like, he was in AEW. Honest to God, I've watched AEW since they've gone on TV, and literally, Jericho has made no one a star in that company.
No.
Nobody.
They'll try to say Hook, but
yeah, his own group. Let's see, his group, Jungle Boy, MJF. That feud was god awful terrible. His feud against Adam Cole was terrible, which Tony was booking, so I can't blame him. But the in-ring product, though, was really freaking bad.
Yeah.
And Jericho's not the same guy as he was before he even showed up.
Not even like 2015 or 2016. He's not even 2016 Jericho.
No. And he's really bad. Like, let's just be real. Physique-wise, he's terrible. And he looks
terrible.
Disgusting.
We were talking about this for a week. Imagine putting him against like a true.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a big person myself, so I can't be throwing stones. But it's like, dude, Chris Jericho did not look like this. And like I said, I know Tony said before when he had his first problems, like, Chris was facing health issues. He never disclosed what they were. But, he got back in that decent shape when he came back in 2021, I think it was, when he came back when he was feuding against Eddie Kingston and stuff like that. Yeah. He actually looked like in somewhat decent shape. And then he started letting himself go again, and he just looks terrible. And I don't understand. I don't know if it's the drinking. I don't know if it's just eating and I don't give a fuck, or I'm getting paid regardless from a mark that it's going to pay me regardless if I show up and give it my all or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. But that's just my opinion about that. But the second point, like you said, Trey, like honestly, I honestly try to rack my brain around. Like, okay, if Jericho were to come back to the company, who's someone you want to see him work against?
Yeah.
Right. The only people that came to mind, and one's gone. Well, I could have seen Jericho versus Cross. I can see him against Sami Zayn to a degree, right?
Yeah.
I can see him against Logan Paul.
Logan works because we're not going into that match for the wrestling at that point.
Yeah. And maybe Jericho sees this as like, he saw people at SummerSlam like Jelly Roll, which was god awful, but he's seeing all these celebrities come in and they're, trying to make the company, WWE's always worried. WWE always wants that rub from the big mainstream people, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Jericho's sitting home, is like, you know what? I've done all this stuff in AEW. Now I want to come on, quote unquote, come back home and see what I can do there. But like I said, as talent wise, I don't really think there's a lot of options for them.
Definitely not main eventers. I don't want to see
that.
Cena's leaving. Even Cena, if he's still there, I don't want to see him and Cena. I don't want to see him and Drew. Braun is like, I think I joked, like, I'd only take him and Braun to see Braun scare the shit out of him.
Like, I don't want to see him against
like Brock to beat the shit out of him.
I don't want to see him against Punk. We've been there, done that.
No,
it's like
ship sailed. Yeah, you're not gonna have that Payback 2013 match. You're never gonna have that.
And he kind of like teased it. Like I said, Jericho's famous for this stuff. He's always teasing stuff, like saying, "Oh, well, I do this, well, I do that, blah blah blah." But he also made a tweet out saying, or like the post or whatever it was. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he was talking about basically he liked the tweet from Impact, and it's like, would Impact be an option for him? Even though he was getting paid WWE money, would they let him go work TNA? I don't know. But again, who are you going to put him with? Because there's what, Joe Hendry? Okay, that's an idea.
That's an idea. That's like the only one I can think of.
Yeah,
Mike Santana. There's no. What's the story with Mike Santana?
Well, they were in the group together. They were in the inner
circle. I guess so. They have history. You could do that. Maybe
they could go that route.
Like, that's two guys. Steve Macklin. You want to see Moose?
No. I'm not asking for.
No.
I'm not asking for Jeff Hardy.
No.
I'm asking against
none of the Hardys. Kazarian?
Christian Slater?
Kazarian?
I mean, that's an option.
That's an option. But again, that's not a main event guy. That's like, he's a job guy at this point. He's a jobber.
Yeah. Who knows? Probably WWE creative or whoever, they probably have ideas for Jericho. It's like, oh, we get Chris Jericho.
I suggested NXT, but I kind of agree with what you said, that I don't think Jericho would want to do NXT. He's like,
no. I think if he wanted to do like what Cena did, Undertaker did, like come in for like a one shot. I think he would.
He'd do that.
Yeah,
because not like for the old straight up be in the roster.
No. Like he did it back in the day when he was a part of the main roster when NXT was just starting up. Like when NXT was just starting up at Full Sail, he showed up and wrestled against like Bray Wyatt and stuff like that. But but again, if Jericho comes back, who knows? But I will know one thing. I pray to God that he's back in better shape, and I hope he's back in tights, because I don't need to see Chris Jericho in trunks.
No more Jericho. No more trunks. Let's be real. Jericho never looked good in trunks, even back in like 2008.
Yeah, it doesn't work, especially a guy his age now. It looks like
Jericho go back to tights. And I've heard some people say Jericho needs to reinvent. No, Jericho, just go back to the Ayatollah of rock and roll. That's your gimmick. There's nothing wrong with having your gimmick. You're good as that.
And the thing too is like, well, if he comes back, is he going to try to lobby himself to like use Judas again, or like use some song? Which I think
no.
I think it'd be bad, because we know when I hear Chris Jericho break the walls down, like when I see old like videos from the Vault or whatever, I always think about that. I always think about Chris Jericho, and that's that opening line.
Yeah. I've been watching old pay-per-views, and Jericho's on there when he comes out to break the wall. That's Jericho to me.
Yeah.
in the tights, long hair, even the short hair for that little short term he added in like 2008 before he went heel.
Yeah, it's just
it doesn't like he needs to come back to break the walls down because I think unless he watched AEW, there's gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy with Xavier Judas?
Yeah, it's like I know he said back in the day, it's like, yeah, I had Zach Wilde to record Break the Walls Down. Vince hated it, so he said no. He said we're using the Jim Johnston one. I'm like, okay, I can understand that, but it's like if he tries to reinvent the wheel, it didn't really work out too well in AEW. My God, your last gimmick was the learning.
Imagine he tried to bring that into oh God, if he's learning Triple H, just say no. At that point, Triple H, and I'm with Gravy in the chat. I don't need him in WWE. I just no.
Yeah, it's just like I said, I just don't know what you do with Jericho. Like I said, I have no idea.
Right,
like,
whatever you think of Brock Lesnar, I can at least name shit what Brock can do. There's actually Brock matches I want to see. Jericho.
Yep. I don't know. Like I said, if he goes back and gets more money, more power to him. But if he gets more money from AEW, I mean, yeah, stay there. I mean, if you're gonna get paid,
stay there. Stay in AEW. That's kind of
if Tony's gonna offer you like $20 million,
yeah.
Unless he really wants to get out of there and thinks he's done all he can do in AEW, wants to go back to WWE and see what he can do. But
get your Hall of Fame. I don't mind a quick little Jericho Rumble spot. That's kind of all I need for him.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna say, get your band Fozzy and perform.
Oh fuck no!
Like,
I do not. He'll try to lobby. That's the other thing. He'll try to lobby for. Oh, let me play. And Triple H, I think, would let him. That's the sad part. I actually think Triple H would agree to it.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Or a freaking dumb collab. Hey, let me do something with Jelly Roll.
Oh God, no! Oh my God, no!
That wouldn't surprise me.
I can see that happening too.
He just starts singing with Jelly Roll. He's like, "Fuck, you're terrible. I'm terrible too, but you're really fucking bad."
Just like I say, because I think he deserves a Hall of Fame spot if he wants to come back for that. But please, just let it just be that in a quick Rumble spot, and maybe okay, I don't mind the idea of him being. Yeah. I actually think he'd be good on there as like a heel commentator.
I watched him in AEW when he was a heel commentator. He's okay. He's not the greatest. Like, trust me, he's not that good. He's not bad, but he's not Excalibur bad. But it's just like, okay, you're just kind of like really like 1980s hamming it up here, man. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I really don't need this. But yeah, like I said, if he comes back to WWE, I really just don't know who you'd work with. Honestly, it's like besides Logan Paul, Sami Zayn, I guess maybe LA.
Someone
Knight,
said LA Knight. Someone said Dom.
Yeah,
but those aren't main eventers. I'm sorry. Would you really want to see him against like a Drew McIntyre, this big motherfucker? Sorry, Fat Jericho. No.
And here's another question too. Would they put the world title on him if he came back really hot? And it's like he just starts feuding with like Seth Rollins or somebody for the world title.
That's another one. I don't want to see him in Seth. Seth's like too good for the face of Jericho. The Roman Reigns.
Yeah, maybe you do Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, there's a story there, right? So I'm okay with that. Like there's some, but a lot of the guys we're naming. I mean, let's be real, Tyler. A lot of the guys we're naming aren't main eventers. Basically, they're like because. I don't want to see Jericho in the main event going for a world title in 2026. I'm just gonna be real though.
And again,
I like Seth.
And again, he's not been in a WWE ring for 10 years. Well, if he's not been in the ring for 10 years, it seems like 10 years because his last match I remember he was on, it was a triple threat match for the United States Championship. It was Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, and Jericho on a random ass SmackDown.
2017.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's when, if I remember right, he came back for that one shot because he came back for the Saudi Arabia show. He was going to do that casket match against Rusev, which made no freaking sense.
That was just random. Yeah.
Then they changed it to Undertaker, and then they changed Jericho to be in that 40-man Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
And then after that, he went to do the New Japan stuff with Omega, or it might have been before or after. I can't remember. But then he did that random SmackDown for Vince. So honestly, he's not been in the ring since.
And
WWE. Who knows?
I'm just going to say Cody again. Do you really want to see him against Cody?
No.
Or even Randy Orton? Do you want to see Jericho and Randy Orton?
No. Been there, done that. Been there, done that.
Yeah, been there, done that. And even then, Randy Orton's like at his best right now. I don't. Yeah,
it's like going back to your ex.
Yeah, Punk been there, done that. You know, they're Punk. If he does face Punk, it's not going to be anywhere near their Payback 2013 match.
No, and I got the thinking too off the top of my head.
Or the WrestleMania 28 match.
Could you imagine Jericho against someone like Bo Dallas or the Wyatts? Just like,
oh God, ew, that would be terrible.
I don't want to see that.
Like you said, do you want to see him against Seth Rollins?
No, but
because Seth is at his best right now, and I'm like, I mean, I guess the promos would be decent, but outside of that,
yeah, but again, that's the problem though. It's like, what if he came back so hot at the Rumble? People, they legitimately pop like, oh my God, Chris Jericho!
And he has like right? Break the Walls Down, his Ayatollah character.
He starts getting hot, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we want Jericho, and we want to see him back in the world title picture. We want him to see him against Seth or somebody, right?" It's like, what did they put him in that spot? And it's just like, I honestly don't know.
I agree with Phenomenal Ace here. Jericho would benefit from doing NXT. I can at least say those are some up and comers, right? Maybe not Oba Fett. Oba Fett would not see that. But once again, that's a mean thing. I just want to see Jericho get destroyed.
I mean, maybe. Maybe Javon.
Yeah, Javon. Trick. I can see that. Him and Trick. The men's roster's fucking ass in NXT right now. It's a problem.
Yeah, the women's roster is way better, but
Jasper Troy.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I don't see Jericho doing that. I don't see Jericho becoming an on-screen character. If he can't be in the ring, I don't think he'd do it. No. Honestly, that's just my opinion.
I think if he was going to do commentary, I think he'd be more open to it on the main roster, not on NXT.
Promise, someone's got to train him. Because, like I said, I've heard him on commentary for AEW. Like I said, he's not terrible. Like he's like, oh my God, I want to put stuff in my ears. But it's like he's.
What about like even legends coming back? Do you want to see Jericho and like Final Boss Rock?
No.
Once again, that's like
or you know what? You know what? Because Jericho did it before. He was the host of Tough Enough. I wonder if they'd give him a spot on that LFG bullshit show.
Yeah, I could see him doing that. He needs to do something like that. He can't be in the ring anymore to me. I think unless it's a Rumble thing, quick Rumble spot, cool.
William Roberts, yeah, Jericho needs to retire. Let me just read this one real quick. Yeah, I mean, true, but it's like,
but he still feels like he's like one of the guys. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
And he sees himself as still one of the guys who can go. That's unfortunate. And he's not like the Hardys who are like kind of more open to doing other stuff.
Like he's slowing down. And like I said, he's slowing down. He's 50. There's no way you can reverse the clock and be Chris Jericho from 2011 or 2012. I'm not asking that. But it's like when you do certain moves like the Lion Salt takes forever for him to fucking do now. It's like Jeff.
He needs to stop doing that. Stop doing that, Jericho.
Yeah, it's like I don't.
You can't. It takes too long for you to do the running, and then you got to run at the ropes, and then springboard off of it. You can't do that.
One of those things. It's like he's still a star. He probably can do something with somebody. I just don't know who. Like I said, we mentioned Dom, we mentioned LA Knight, we mentioned Seth Rollins with the world title, maybe. Logan Paul. That's like besides that, it's like who else do you got to put up against Jericho? And like, okay, we want a good match from you guys. Can you do it?
And as a majority main eventers, he's basically cut out from the main event. We said no outside of Seth. Really, no main eventers. No one wants to see. You want to see him against Roman Reigns? This version of Roman, post Tribal Chief Roman? No.
Yeah, I don't want to see it at all. Like I said, if I had an ambassador for the company, it'd be done. Yeah, be done. But who knows? You know what? They might just book him exclusively for the Saudi shows, as far as we know.
That's what they should do. I think he works for them. Book him for the Saudi shows. Fine. I'm cool with that.
Do you want to see him against Gunther?
No,
I don't see it.
No, dude.
Maybe against Jericho.
It's a joke gimmick.
And Triple H has heat, or Triple H and Jericho have heat. I don't think they have a heat
Not
anymore. I think they worked that out.
Yeah. They worked that out. Yeah.
I mean Triple H was on his podcast, not the one on the network, but like he was on his actual original podcast or podcast one back in the day. What was this show called? Talk is Jericho.
Talk is Jericho. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think there's any beef there. But like I said, it's just one of those things that's creatively. What are you gonna do with Jericho? And like I said, I just don't really know.
No. Because when we're mentioning,
you're talking about that. Yeah, you're talking about that segment. Yeah, you're talking about the friendship of the celebration of friendship. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, okay. It wasn't as bad as people thought it was at WrestleMania. I know Vince said it's the worst match of WrestleMania. I didn't feel that way.
It was okay.
I just felt it was a mid-card match. It's like, all right. Is WWE gonna be back to the great one?
I mean, to be honest, I think they're good right now dealing with some of the weird booking this year, Cena. But they've been decent. I've accepted they're never gonna be the Attitude or Ruthless era again. I just kind of have to accept that.
I don't know if anyone else agrees. I feel like the creative, and we're gonna move on from this in a minute, but like creatively wise, I think WWE's kind of stifled right now. And I've said this before. I think it really hit the wall at WrestleMania. The cracks really started to show for me. Yeah, there's some problems with this. Like that match against Cena and Cody at WrestleMania, I still hate that match. The creative was just so stupid. Then The Rock fucked everything up with his
Cena thing. We're gonna talk about that when we do our award show later in the year. Like,
yeah,
that's if I had to say the biggest fumble of the year is Cena's heel turn.
Yeah, but see the thing about Starks, he worked with Starks in AEW and didn't do shit. Like he didn't. Like I said, you go back and look at his AEW run.
Oh,
he's made nobody. I
kind of thought of a match: Ethan Page and Jericho.
Yeah, that one. Right, yeah, that's what Phenomenal Ace says right here too. Yeah, I can probably see that.
But
probably
he's probably coming up soon. I think by the end of the year or next year he's up. I don't think he's in that much. He's not.
I think he's going to be a part of the trade. To be honest with you, I think he's going to be a part of the show. I think he's going to be a part before Survivor Series.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be joining the
Seth group. Yeah, I'm with you. That's always been my pick too. It was him. I don't think Ricky Starks makes sense. I think he could stay for another. Or if you bring him up, he needs to be on the face side. I don't think he makes sense.
Ricky needs to be a part of the Punk team. If you want, if you want my honest opinion about that, I think Punk makes more sense.
I think he's ready for the main roster. I just don't think he needs to be on Seth's team. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But yeah, it's. I guess we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? I guess we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens in January.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't. If Jericho does sign a deal, he's not going to tell everybody about it. He'll keep it a surprise.
Yeah. He'll keep it a surprise. For all I know, he already signed one.
Yep. Well, I mean, not now because
but not now. But like, it's probably a whole contract is more what I'm saying. Like
yeah, verbally.
Handshake.
But yeah. But all right. Well, from one story to another, we're going to talk about Hulk Hogan for a minute. Apparently, Hulk Hogan had had some complications. Some people were saying his carotid artery was severed after his surgery from his neck surgery. Now, some people are expecting, I don't know if we can say that on here on YouTube. Trying to think of the word I can use. There was some suspicion about his passing, right?
Yeah.
From some people. Now, this is a clip. This came from TMZ. This was also reported by TMZ, and I have a video clip here. I am going to warn you guys. Me, Trey, and Cream, our other co-host, we do not talk about politics on this channel at all. But I will warn you, at the beginning of this video, they talk about a little bit of politics about Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. I had to do that. But yeah, this clip comes from TMZ. This was reported a couple of days ago. And apparently they did an autopsy on Hogan. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, we're going to let this clip play for a minute. And we'll hang on. Here we go. It's still showing, right, Trey?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Let me get a full screen for a second. And play.
For a couple of days in this office, and I think around the country, people are debating Governor Gavin Newsom, California Governor Gavin Newsom. And hold on a second. What?
I got Sky. Sky said an autopsy has been. Oh, he's not yet.
Hang on. We have some breaking news.
Has been done. She did not tell me when. She did not tell me the results of it. She said they'll all come out soon. She joked that she was an accountant, so she has no idea.
Did you tell her about this?
I did. She said it's not new news to them that his the phrenic nerve was severed. She said it was not necessarily severed. She said it was compromised. And she stated that it had been for a while. So it made me think that was from the neck surgery he had in May. She didn't confirm that though. So she said that this was a fact. It had been compromised during a recent surgery, his phrenic nerve.
So, okay, so she confirmed that too. Babcock, add that. No, I want you to do an update saying that Sky has confirmed that the phrenic nerve, as she put it, was quote compromised.
Do you want to do a separate story?
You got to put it in that story as well. Yeah, you got to do it in that.
That's just up there.
Yeah. Okay.
So an autopsy has been.
So yes, because we do. So what we were just talking about is we told you about the Hulk Hogan story and that there was an occupational therapist who, let me come over here so they can finish talking about that. But she confirmed the nerve was compromised, which is so while they're getting that up on the site, we told you about the Hulk Hogan story that there was an occupational therapist at the house the day he died who told police that Hulk's phrenic nerve had been severed and that's why he stopped breathing. Edward just spoke to Sky, Hulk's widow, and she said there's an autopsy that was done and that they were aware. She didn't say that the nerve was severed. She said compromised. So there's something to what this occupational therapist was saying. Sky is aware of it, and an autopsy has been done. So that's going to be interesting. Edward, what did she say about the results of the autopsy?
Nothing.
She doesn't know.
She said she's an accountant, and she made like a joke, like I don't know, I couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? She was like, I want to wait for all to be fully done and fully.
She doesn't actually have the results.
It doesn't seem that way.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
So that's the update to the story that we told you about at the top of the show, and we were about to tell you about this.
So yeah, that's the whole thing. Because apparently some people were like Bubba the Love Sponge. He was basically saying he thought that there was some suspicion about Hogan's passing, and somewhat kind of around way kind of blamed his ex-wife because her ties to Scientology, which I don't know nothing about that. So don't be suing me, Scientology people and Tom Cruise. I have no idea. I'm just relaying the message. So yeah, I mean, but still though, I don't think there was any suspicion right?
No, I think
feel
it's
bad.
just a fuck up. I think it's just a fuck up.
Yeah, and William Roberts, I hate TMZ too. They're fucking
Yeah, I hate
vultures.
him too. Fuck 'em.
Yeah, I don't like him, but they had TMZ. That's a different story for a different time. Like I said, we're not Hollywood people. That's for our other channels. If you want to talk about Hollywood, we got a channel called Cowman Reviews. We review movies and stuff like that on Sundays.
Yeah.
If you guys would like to check it out, it's in the description right here on the YouTube channel. It's underneath links.
We'll be live tomorrow talking about Tropic Thunder.
One of my favorite movies to watch. I love that movie. But getting back to Hogan, though. Yeah, like I said, I just think it was all of his surgeries just piling up, and just finally, his body had enough, and that was it.
And if there was a fuck up, I think it's legit a fuck up. I don't think it's I'm not gonna say the word, but
yeah,
you kind of know what I'm inferring there.
Yeah,
but I think it's just if there was a fuck up, I think it's just a fuck up of the doctors. You know, it's fucked up, and I hope they get reprimanded if there was.
And if it was, if it was incompetence or whatever the case may be, because like I said, I don't know what we can really say here on YouTube, because we are not medical physicians. We know nothing about medical. We're not giving anyone medical advice.
And already pushed it, say raped earlier.
Yeah,
so.
But like I said, just like one of those things is like, I don't think it was that. I just think it was just his body was just broken down. The guy could barely walk. He was on a walking stick for I couldn't tell how many years. And like his run in TNA, he could barely walk. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was very surprised he had those matches that he did in TNA, because he could not move, dude.
No.
But again, I don't think that there was any foul play. So unless your name is Dr. Stevie, yeah. Like I said, I don't know about the whole. I don't know. I always hear people say weird stuff, and I think it's very hilarious. But a guy like Bubba the Love Sponge, who caused Hogan a lot of shit, and we've given Hogan a lot of shit to call him out on his stupid stuff he said and everything in between. But it's pretty weird that your ex-friend is now trying to exploit your death to make it views like that. And he's like, I wanted to reconcile with Hulk. He said, but we didn't. I'm like, well, if you really wanted to reconcile, the only thing you had to do was actually be a fucking man and go see him face to face or call him on the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very convenient now. You just say that after he's gone. Now I wanted to make up with him, but we just didn't. Oh, okay, dude. All right. Well, like I said, his show has been dead for years anyways. So like I said, this whole Bubba Love Sponge controversy with Hogan has kind of, I'm not gonna say rejuvenated his career, but it's definitely gave him more of a relevance and spotlight right now. So, but I guess we'll put the kibosh on that one. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, Hogan. That's what we've always said on this channel too. We've called out Hogan for his. We have called out Hogan when he said what he said, did what he did. He told everyone he was going to be a pitcher for the New York Yankees and Cincinnati Reds, and he said he was going to be the bass player for Metallica.
He found Kevin Owens. He was in front. Yeah, we called him on all.
He worked 400 days a year if you count Japan.
We called out his bad movies.
Well, you can't. But like I said, we will never take away his cultural impact and impact on professional wrestling, because without Hulk Hogan, WWE ain't the way it is today.
No, you wouldn't have Stone Cold. We went into that.
No, that's what I've always said. Hogan's a huge star. He's a pop culture icon, and like I said, did he say some stupid stuff? Yeah, he did. But I don't think that he was. I don't think he was a certain hater of people of color. You know what I mean? So I don't think that at all. I think it's just one of those things where he fucked up, said some stupid shit, and there it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And plus, it was weird too. Someone was recording him in his own fucking home.
Yeah.
Without his knowing her.
Yeah.
That's an invasion of privacy.
Happened with Mel Gibson, but I'll get into that. But
yeah. What you're saying over here? Yeah. Exactly. yeah, like I said, we give credit where credit is due. And then if you guys want to watch that too, I'm not trying to do it. I swear I'm not trying to do cheap plugs. I'm not trying to pull a Mick Foley here, because if I pulled a Mick Foley, I would just stop doing podcasts altogether. Because if anyone knows me, I do not like Mick Foley. I don't like Mick. I'm sorry. I think he's an idiot, if you want my honest opinion. But if you want to watch our stream that we did, we kind of did like a tribute video to Hulk Hogan, a live stream a few weeks back. Here's a link. I'm going to put it right here in the chat. If you guys want to check it out, that'd be great. But yeah, but I think we're going to move on from Hogan, because we only got there was really not that much stories today.
Yeah.
But this one really caught my eye. So apparently WWE is going to be charging $70,000 for a WrestleMania ticket for next year in Vegas.
What the fuck, dude?
And this is the VIP package stuff. And I heard this last night. I about fell over. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me right now. Because this is ridiculous in price, dude. It's like, this is not, I'm sorry. I'm not paying 70 grand for this. This is, no, it's just, why? So I can get like a fucking like cheap ass belt or a replica belt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. Like for 70 grand, I better be able to book WrestleMania for that shit. Or
yeah, you better let me book a show. You better let me I won't say it, but
yeah, it's just like, good Lord, man. Yeah. I'm trying to find this. Yes, this comes from James Romero. He runs the SWI network, SWI does like Stevie Richards and Dave Mantel and stuff like that. But this was sent to him, so I'm gonna let him play the clip. I'm gonna play the clip and just shut up, and you guys can hear what he's got to say.
Here's the message. So it was from Beard Guy at Ringside Beard on Twitter. Now you might be wondering, well, who is that guy who's messaged me? Well, it is actually somebody you are quite possibly familiar with. So everybody knows. Here's just an image, a screen grab off Reddit, describing, or just a screen grab from WrestleMania 41, I think. And here's the front row. Anyway, everybody always goes to this dude, the green guy. Because he's, everyone's getting, snow blindness from his t-shirt, that kind of thing. But 2 rows over, you'll also find that Beard Guy. Shirt.
Remember when CM Punk hit that guy with the backhand? He thought that fan pushed him when he was like doing that match against Vince on Raw.
Yeah.
Apparently that's him. So apparently he's got tickets for life. Apparently, that's what I've heard. So I wanted to point that up there too for a minute, because I thought that tickets for life, front row, and
I mean, I'll take that.
Camera side. Hard cam side, yeah, I guess so, but fuck, man.
Is often in the front row as well. Anyway, he's the guy who has just messaged me with this information, and this information is the prices for tickets for WrestleMania 42 at, I hopefully am right in saying, Allegiant Stadium. Las Vegas, once again, everybody knows it was meant to be in New Orleans, and then WWE or TKO got a huge amount of money from the Las Vegas shows, and plus everyone's based in Vegas, so they want to go to Vegas. Anyway, Beard Guy alerted me to one of his own posts on Twitter, and he's come up with a spreadsheet of the unbelievable prices that WWE and TKO are charging for the first few rows. So I'm going to switch over now to the spreadsheet. Once again, this is at Ringside Beard on Twitter. And let's just get to the headline right away. The most expensive seats for WrestleMania 42, $70,000 for 2 nights. Now, that's not even for first row ringside. That is specifically for seats 11 to 18 of the front row of ringside, because I believe they're the ones where you're actually, mostly on the camera. And then row 1 seats 1 to 10 and 19 to 28 are the row 1 ringside. That's Elite Plus of the sides of seats 11 and 18. But anyway, Beard Guy has also been good enough to, not just for me, he just likes doing this apparently. In fact, here's what he said: summary chart I created because I'm a nerd and I fully appreciate that. So this is what for $70,000, and I'm going to really only make mention of the most important stuff and the new stuff that people who are coughing up that kind of coin are going to be getting that they didn't get at WrestleMania 41. So, okay, Behind the Magic. Anyway, it's an exclusive invitation-only elite event, I guess. Behind the Magic. Now, not everybody gets this, so if you spent just $35,000 for rows 2 and 3, you don't get like half these perks, and elites of $50,000 is missing out on some of the exclusive stuff as well. Oh, including the Triple Eights. I guess that's only for 8 people, unless I'm.
For 15 minutes with Triple H. Look, I wouldn't mind meeting Triple H. I'm not that big of a fucking mark that I'm gonna pay $70,000 just to see the guy for 15 minutes. I won't even pay that for a meet and greet and fucking like at a con.
Same.
Like for example, I wanted to go see Sting, but Sting's $105 for a photo op. But I'm like, man, in this economy, that's probably American. That's probably like at least gotta be what 115, maybe
115. Yeah, and Triple H is probably like I've said before, third favorite wrestler of all time. No, especially just 15 minutes.
Nah,
man.
I wish I had that clip. It don't work for me, brother.
Yeah, same. Phenomenally. I ain't paying $100K to walk down a ramp. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Nah, but also it comes with SmackDown. So Culture Kings. Now I had to Google who Culture Kings were, and it is clothing. So there you go. 5-day WWE World VIP tour. So I guess the WWE World thing is like what they used to call fan access back in the day. Some of the stuff you got last year, Superstar Walkout entrance, which is you just go on the entrance stage and people take photos of you. WrestleMania 42 lanyard, Superstore dedicated entrance. So basically it's a line. A SmackDown ticket, Raw ticket, backstage tour at SmackDown and Raw, which you only get with Elite Platinum. That is new for next year. Hospitality section at WrestleMania 42. That goes sort of stand at the other end of the room and point at them or something like that. I'd never go up to, even if it was like one of these things, I'd never go up to them and say, hello. But anyway, I guess other people are more confident than me to do that kind of thing. In-ring photo, on-stage photo, which apparently is a new thing. But I thought the Superstar Walkout thing was the same thing, but maybe they take photos for you, which are more professional. Post-show winner, meet and greet, socials, predictions, and tagging. Okay, I don't know what the predictions thing is, unless it's one of WWE's own cameras that they'll post on their own socials. Triple H 15-minute backstage group meeting, meet and greet with TBD legend, and then it just says Brock in it, which I figure is beard guy slotting that in and just hoping it's Brock Lesnar, but you never know. Announcer walk out on one day, so I guess they're on strike. And then you sort of pick it outside with them. Replica belt, which is new custom one-of-a-kind gift, which they don't say. Custom side plates, WrestleMania gift bag, WrestleMania shopping bag, dedicated entrance, blah, 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 blah. Chairs and shipping, ring, mats, and plaque. So once again, the real thing here is, I can't remember what it was last year. I know I did videos on it. Was it $50,000 for like the most expensive seats at WrestleMania 41? I'm not sure, but WWE have decided to go, hey, look, they sell out every single year, so they're not overpriced. That's the ultimate lesson here, is that they're putting these seats on for $35,000, $50,000, and $70,000. They will sell them all out, let me tell you. So, I mean, you can argue that it's, unbelievably expensive, which it is unbelievably expensive, but also for, a numbers, I wouldn't say I'm a numbers geek, but somebody finds this kind of thing fascinating. That is what it is. So the most expensive seats, and if you, whatever with all the perks and SmackDown and Raw and all that kind of thing, $70,000 per ticket for the WWE WrestleMania 42 to 18. So there you go. That's my little update. That's my little video. Subscribe, blah, blah, blah. You know what it is.
Yeah, that's $70 grand for just per ticket. Dude, no.
No, man.
No.
Even just like, okay, you get to go to Raw, but it's like fine. But and then the title, I should be able to pick the title I want. I don't want some custom match one. I want like a big gold belt or the old WWE.
I'm the one right here, just like this. Yeah, I'd rather have a good conversation with Stevie Richards and go in there and pay how much money to meet the Undertaker for like 5 seconds. Yeah, it's just
If I could talk to him for like an hour, cool. That's actually worth it.
But $70,000 per ticket, dude.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you had like a family of 5?
Oh God!
Look at that.
Fuck.
And you're not just doing one night; you're doing both nights.
Yeah, both nights. Yeah.
Forget that.
And
dude.
Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, forget that, dude. Forget that. I'm not doing that.
WWE tripping, man.
Like I said, man, it's like, and I could be wrong. Somebody in chat might be able to correct me. I don't even think the Super Bowl tickets are that expensive. And if they are, like, I don't know, dude. I'm not paying that.
No,
I'm not paying that. Besides, I'm the type of guy I would watch WrestleMania at my house.
Same.
Than actually go to the stadium.
That's kind of how I'm at. Like, I can just get my own beer. I don't have to pay like $20 for beer.
Yeah, you're just paying for the experience, right? Like, that's what you're doing when you go to WrestleMania. You're paying for the experience. You're not really paying for like the for the matches. You're like, oh, the spectacle of WrestleMania is the same way with like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's for the spectacle, but I feel like that would wear off with me for real quick.
Yeah, that's true too, right there. Yeah, people spend so stupid money on that. And the mod, I think it was what's his status? He did it. He came up with his own mod that was free on the creation board, and they took him down, but he came back. It's the same way with Roman with the OTC hoodie. It's like, yeah, I'm not paying that. It's stupid. And I agree with you though. WWE games are getting ridiculous, and 2K games are getting ridiculous with
DLCs and all this shit. Yeah.
Okay, so Jack was saying there's $7,000 to $70,000 as well. That is still, that's just, forget that, man. I'm not doing that. Yeah, we talk about it here on the channel too. My theory is there's rumors going around that ESPN is going to try to acquire the WWE Vault. My thing is, I don't know why WWE hasn't done it already. Just come up with their own membership program. They set the price. They gotta give what Google a 5% percentage to do it, whatever it is. Just put it on there. Just put it on here on YouTube. All the old catalog stuff for the WCW, ECW, WWE, right? It's just like, and like I said, I think it's more accessible for elderly people. And I don't mean that to be bad. I'm just saying, like, there's some people that really don't know how to navigate on Peacock.
The streaming services,
right. They can go to YouTube, type in the pay-per-view they want. They click on the channel, and then they go to the playlist, and it shows every category. Bash of the Beach, Starrcade, whatever the case may be. And it's on one playlist, all years in order, and then just pick which one you want. It's just simpler.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that, Jack. Definitely, I agree with that.
But yeah, those prices are insane.
Yeah, true. That's true. That's true too. Now we're not telling people to do it, but if you were going to, I mean, if you're going to,
if you're going to,
But I hit it twice. Sorry, but yeah. But really, Trey, that was the only thing we had to cover today. Because it
was a quiet week. Outside of that,
we saw some stupid stuff from I saw some stupid stuff from some AEW people saying it's the best they've been in years and striving on all cylinders and stuff like that. And I know tomorrow's Forbidden Door. We were gonna watch it, but something came up. our co-host could not make it, so we just decided to skip.
Yeah.
But we do watch alongs for AEW Dynamite on Wednesdays, excuse me.
Wednesdays.
So if you guys want to show up for that, we'll be doing another watch along. Trying to get through that dreadful show with Tony's booking. Good Lord.
It's bad, man.
Last week was so bad. Or this past Wednesday was so bad. Tanahashi, man. Oh. Still, it's
pointless
still
fucking tag tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to have good matches and no decent story. Yeah, I don't even think they're good matches. Like I said, if people enjoy AEW, I'm happy for them. I just can't. I honestly, I just don't care. I'm tired of seeing a Moxley on my screen. I'm tired of seeing the Death Riders. Like I said, I'm tired of seeing the Dick the Boozer and the Boar Horseman. I'm sick of seeing them. Tony's booking's dreadful. Tony Storm, she can fuck off. I don't care what she does. She's the drizzling shit too. Her character sucks. It's been the shitter for quite a while. It's just, oh God. Okay, here's another question. I don't even know if he's even on the card. I wonder if Okada's on the card.
He's facing
tomorrow.
Swerve, I think.
Yeah, that's the same comment I made. Phenomenal One. Yeah, that's the same. Or Phenomenal Ace. Yeah, that's the same. That's the same comment I made. This is probably his last time being overseas in the London. You put him on the first of the call, the first Hashi. No, we had to give Mercedes and friggin' Athena the main event spot against Tony and that Alex Windsor chick. And plus, it was another freaking stupid, dumb brawl. Like I said, I don't know what Tony's fascinations are with brawls. It's just lazy booking, man. So lazy.
Yeah.
Every week's the same stuff. Oh, pull apart, fight. Pull apart, pull apart, pull apart. It's like after seeing, I don't know if I can even use that analogy, but it's like watching dogs hump on the side of the road. The first time it's funny. The second time, it's still a little funny, but not as funny as the first time. Then you see the third time, just like, God, get a freaking room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the same way with Tony's booking. It's just lazy booking. It's smart booking, and it sucks. He cares the one people on the internet, and that's it. He doesn't care about the whole vast audience. You know, the casual viewer. None of them people. Die hard message board guys. If they're not from Dave Meltzer's website, then he doesn't want their, he does not want their doesn't want their viewership, and I don't understand that whatsoever. Yeah, and Ospreay too, man. If his neck injury is that bad, it sucks. He's such a young kid. I think he's only 20. What is he, like 29, 30?
Something like that, yeah.
Young kid. He's already going through neck surgery. It's like a guy his age shouldn't be having neck surgery right now. But again, that's when it happens when you wreck. That's what happens when you work reckless and you do stupid shit. But Trey, I think that's all we got for the day. So
yeah,
you got anything to promote?
No, not really.
All right, chat. We're gonna be doing another channel tomorrow called Cowman Reviews. We're gonna be reviewing Tropic Thunder. Don't know if anyone's ever seen that movie. It's pretty good. It's a pretty comedy. My profile picture is the way it is. It's a hilarious movie. God, it's hilarious. I can't wait to review it. That's gonna be fun. Only I ask is hit the like button, subscribe, and share if you like the content you saw today. Like I said, we usually have a third man, just like the NWO. We have a third man, but he's not here today, so he'll definitely be back for Wednesday. Knock on wood. Well, on that note, I think we're going to play a clip to end the show, and this is how I think the negotiations are going to go for Jericho to get a contract extension with AEW. So until then, see you guys on Wednesday.
Later, guys.
All right, I'm in Jacksonville. It's been a great day. All Elite Wrestling has announced that Chris Jericho is here for the long haul. President and CEO Tony Khan, the official contract. I'm going to sign it.
That's awesome.
And the best part of all is the official AEW pen right here. So here we go. Signing on the dotted line. Chris Jericho. Mr. Khan.
I'm a lefty.
Oh, wow. Means you're more of a genius. There you go.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you
very much. I really
Chris
appreciate
Jericho is now
Thank you.
all in with All Elite
Thank you.
Wrestling. We're going to change the universe.